Well, conjunctive adverbs, part 3. We have covered addition in part 1, comparison in part 2. Now we're going to focus on contrast, part 3. Good. Here is an example for the starter. I wanted to go to the concert, however, I had to work. However, I had to work. It's something like you say, I wanted to go to the concert, but I had to work. Well, but is a coordinating conjunction. It has a different punctuation. However is a conjunctive adverb and its punctuation differs from but. Good. I've already talked about conjunctive adverbs, their roles and functions. Here we are going to delve into contrast. Contrast involves identifying the differences between two or more things. These adverbs, like however, like nonetheless, introduce a contrasting or opposing idea. For example, however is one of those words. On the other hand, nevertheless, nonetheless, conversely, in contrast. This one has two pronunciations, conversely or conversely. Both are common. The first word in this list is however, which is more common, frequently used. However is used to introduce a statement that contrasts with something that has just been said. Like part 1 and part 2, we can use them in two styles. Style 1, in the middle of the sentence with a period before it. Here is an example. She went into the store, however, she did not find anything she wanted to buy. Well, after the first sentence, we have a period. We have however with capital H. We have comma after however and the rest of the sentence. Style 2, we can use it in the middle of the sentence with a semicolon before it. I wanted to see a scary movie, however, my friend wanted to see a comedy, semicolon, however with small h and one comma after it. As I said above, it is like you say but. She went into the store, but she did not find anything she wanted to buy. I don't want to say 100%, but to a great extent they are equal. The punctuation differs, though. The next word here is nevertheless. Nevertheless. Baran was determined to get high marks. Nevertheless, she did not pass. Well, a synonym for nevertheless can be however, or we can also say nonetheless. Nonetheless, however. He enjoyed getting a new tie. Nevertheless, a sports car would have been a better gift. Well, two styles. Style 1 with period and one comma, capital N. Style 2 semicolon, small n and one period, one comma after it. This is comma. The weather was bad. Nevertheless, however, nonetheless, we had good time. Good so far. On the list, we have two other words, nonetheless, nonetheless, and on the other hand. Let's get to the first one. You're my friend, nonetheless, I feel like you're taking advantage of me. Means I feel like you're misusing me. Nonetheless, style 1, and nonetheless, style 2. She was tired, nonetheless, she finished the project. Well, here we have one period, capital N, and one comma. Above we have semicolon, small n, and one comma. Again, it shows contrast. Here we have on the other hand. This structure is quite practical and useful. Some people prefer dogs. On the other hand, some prefer cats. My car payments are high. On the other hand, I really enjoy driving such a nice vehicle. And finally, on the list, we have conversely, or as I told you before, conversely. Both are right. Let's take a look at the example. Some people like to stay up late. Conversely, others prefer to wake up early. Good. A person who wakes up early is called an early bird, and a person who stays up late is called a night owl. A night owl. And in contrast, the climate in Hawaii is warm and tropical. In contrast, Alaska's climate is cold and Arctic. Well, on this list, we had in contrast, we had conversely, we had on the other hand, nonetheless, we had nevertheless. Well, a synonym for that was however or nonetheless. And here is the most used one, however. However. Among them on the list, however is the most common one. But you can use any of the words here I introduced you.